Everything you need to know about Modern Warfare Zombies in one video, quick and to the point. We're going to just hop into this. I basically have spelled out everything I need to go over, and we're going to hit each point, and you guys are going to hopefully understand zombies. If you're a little dirty, we're going to hopefully understand zombies a little bit better after this. So there are 5 different tier zones. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then there is a tier 4, which is the Dark Aether, and then there's a tier 5, which is the Elder Dark Aether. And basically tier 1 is the outside of the map, tier 2 is that inner layer inside tier 1, and tier 3 is the dead center of the map. Please make sure that you have the proper equipment before going into tier 3. You can survive in tier 2 really easily, but in tier 3 you really need to have either your fists or some weapon that you run super fast with, a mortar strike in your hand. Remember, with a mortar strike you cannot interact with anything, you cannot throw decoys or anything. It's very hard to sometimes survive in tier 3 if you're not properly equipped. People can do it, but you have to be really good at the game. Tier 4 is the Dark Aether, and to get to the Dark Aether, going to the Dark Aether will give you really good crystals or one-time use weapon cases. The Elder Dark Aether will give you the schematics you are looking for. I'm not going to go super in-depth into this stuff, and you can understand how to get to the Dark Aether and the Elder Dark Aether. I just want you to know that they exist. Contracts, there's a raid weapon stash, and basically what you do is you pop the contract, you go to the spot, you start cracking the safe, and you will crack the safe, and zombies will attack you. It's a good way to get a lot of zombies kills, and after you hit 100%, you'll be able to raid the weapon stash. You'll also get a rift that you can grab some loot out of. Make sure you grab the loot because you're going to be getting backpacks and other different things like Pack-a-Punch crystals and Aether tools that will really help you out in your journey. Bounty, basically there are different special zombies on the map. You will have a Mangler, a Disciple, a Mimic, and maybe an Abomination if you are in tier 3, and you will get one of these and you will be able to kill it and you quickly get your bounty. And the bounty you will get is just a rift again. Every time you complete a contract you will get a rift. You go into the rift and you will get 2 or 3 different items maybe. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not very good. You can get schematics from every single tier. Different tier you're in will give you a better schematic. Outlast contracts, basically you have to you pop this contract and you have to protect the PNG, and you basically have to outlast all the zombies inside the outlast area. You go to the PND and you start it up and you are good to go. Basically just run around in circles, don't have to kill zombies, but it is a good way to get a lot of kills as well. Cargo contracts are amazing. Cargo contracts, you pop the contract, you go open the door, you throw a decoy grenade, which then all the zombies will go and run to the decoy, and then you hop in the car and you drive to the spot and you get your rift and you finished the contract. It's a really good way to farm tier 2 or tier 3 or tier 1 contracts really quick and easy. Escort contracts are insanely hard and they're not very much fun. There's one contract I'm missing in here, but I don't even want you guys to do it. But it's just so annoying that it's not worth doing. Escort, basically you escort a tank through different locations, and at the end you will get a rift. But you have to hold off a bunch of zombies and you have to hold off different mercenaries as well. It's not very much fun to do. Spores, basically there are 6 locations around there are 6 spots in your local area. You have to go pick up these devices from the little box and you throw them down onto the spore areas. They will start breaking the outer layer of the spore, then you can shoot it and you complete the contract. These are really easy, especially in tier 3 to complete. Pack-a-Punch and weapon tiers. For the tools, there are different Aether tools you can get in the game. You have a green tool, a blue tool, purple, and a gold tool, and you have different Pack-a-Punch levels. A green tool gives you a 1.5 multiplier on your weapon. The blue will give you a 2, purple gives you a 3, and gold gives you a 4 multiplier. Pack-a-Punch levels, then you have a 1, a 4, and an 8 depending on 1, 2, or 3 levels for Pack-a-Punch. And basically you just multiply this. So you have a pack 3, you have 8, and if you have a blue tool you have 2, so then your multiplier is a 16 multiplier. This is how you can really get good weapons in the game, is adding tools and Pack-a-Punch levels together. Redworm is one of the bosses in zombies. Beating Redworm gives you some of the best schematics. This is something that you really want to do for some of the higher tier schematics. Schematics and acquisitions. Schematics allow you to craft items in zombies menu before loading in, and acquisitions allow you to use those items at that time. You are allowed to extract with these and use them on your next run, but these are something that is only a one-time use, while schematics is something you can craft and you can use over and over. There are buy stations in zombies, just like in Warzone. However, different tier buy stations have different tier of loot. So sometimes you need to go to tier 3 to get the loot that you want, like a Juggernaut or a tier 3 vest or a large backpack. These are different things that you need to go to the higher tiers for. There are some good loot inside tier 1 and tier 2 as well. Fuel upgrades, you have the Aether Shroud, the Energy Mine, the Frenzy Guard, the Frost Blast, Healing Aura, and Tesla Storm. I run the Aether Shroud and the Healing Aura most. Aether Shroud allows you to go invisible for 10 seconds, and Healing Aura allows you to revive an enemy if they are down and give a quick temporary boost of health to everybody in the area. It's a good way to get out of sticky situations. Both of them I used the entire time because they got me out of different situations. Right now there are 3 acts in Modern Warfare Zombies, and the best way to put this is to do your act missions. The act missions will give you different schematics that you cannot get without doing these, and at the same time it's a good way to understand more about zombies and more about what's going on in the game, because there's a storyline. So if you follow this, you'll understand it a little bit more and other things start to make sense. And at the same time, you are going to want these for your camo grinds if you're doing it, because this will allow you to get your second weapon. Because this will allow you to get your second loadout weapon. Extracting basically allows you to take with any of the items you inserted. If you have an acquisition, it will stay in your stash. A schematic will be placed into your schematic list, so now you can craft those, and weapon kill streaks will be carried over as well. Perks inside zombies, there are 8 different perks you can get. These perks are like the old school, every perk something you've seen before. So if you've played zombies, you know what the perks are. You have Juggernaut, you have Speed Cola, you have Quick Revive. It's just the basic perks, guys. Nothing too crazy to go on here. Contraband weapons versus insured weapons. Contraband is a weapon picked up in the game, and an insured weapon is a gunsmith weapon, like a loadout weapon. You get 2 of these if you complete your Act 2 mission, if you complete Act 1, so it's a good thing to do your Act 1 missions. When it comes to backpacks, you have 3 different rucksacks. You have small, medium, and large. Each one gives you a little bit more spot in your backpack to hold stuff. You have 1 plate vest, 2 plate vests, and 3 plate vests available. Once the game starts, you have 45 minutes before the Aether Storm pops, and you have 15 more minutes while the storm is spreading. After the 45 minutes, you're going to want to get to an extraction point. Once that extraction point is taken over, you can no longer call the helicopter in. However, if you have already called it in, the helicopter will come and pick you up. There are no more extraction points. There will be one final extraction area, and if you don't get to the final extract, you will be left on the map and you will die technically. Mystery Box is a place you can go to and get a random weapon from. Mercenary camps and strongholds, there are AI soldiers throughout these areas. Mercenary camps can be explored at any times, but strongholds need a stronghold card to get in. This card is acquired by killing mercenaries and picking up the stronghold card. Infested strongholds and Aether nests. There are glowing cysts through these nests and strongholds. Shoot these to exterminate the area, and you can open chests and get good loot. These are good ways to get yourself back on your feet after dying. All the bosses are special zombies. You have a Mimic, Mangler, Disciple, and the Mega Abomination. Mega Abominations are only in tier 3. Disciples are only in tier 2 and tier 3. I believe Mimics are only in tier 2 or tier 3 as well. Not mentioning they're all in tier 4 and tier 5s, but only a Mangler, I believe, is in tier 1 if I'm not mistaken. So I hope this video has helped you guys out. If you guys do plan on playing zombies and you guys are going to be getting all the camos, I have a video for you right here, and you will be able to find the fastest way to get the Borealis camo unlocked.